Yeah. Yeah. The price just went up. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sport topic. In the day, we're going to talk some football, Houston Texans football. We here. We about to talk about some Deshaun Watson news. We got the news we've been looking for. Deshaun Watson, clear. Charges, no charges pressed again. We're going to break down, because what does that mean about the Houston Texans? And also, what does it also mean about potential trade for Deshaun Watson? We're going to break it down. Before we do that, like I've been telling you on the last couple of videos, the goal is to reach 5K, 5,000 subscribers. We reach 5K, I'm doing a very, very special giveaway. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. You want to be a part of it, but the only way to be a part of it is to do what? Get the channel up to 5K. So you got to do your part. You know what that means? You got to like, share, subscribe, send it to your homeboy, your homegirl, your cousin, your next door neighbor, anybody you know. Put them on game. Anybody who likes sports, anybody likes YouTube content, put them on game with the channel so we can get the channel to 5K. Trust me, you want to be a part of it. Share on all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Facebook, IG, Twitter, anything. If you still MySpace, I don't care what type of social media platform you use. I don't care. Share on YouTube. Whatever social media platform you use, you share on those contents. Also, follow me on social media. My link's in the description below. Follow me on social media. We also giving away 30 days free at Amazon Prime. You sign up to Amazon Prime, you get 30 days free. The link is in the description. Y'all do that there. And let's get this channel to 5K, because trust me, you don't want to miss it. You want to be a part of it. Now, let's talk about it, because today, good news, great news for Deshaun Watson. Very great news, good news. From a personal level, not just not from a football standpoint, just from a personal level. He was able. The grand jury decided not to indict him, to do no charge, no bill when it comes to the criminal charges. You know, I think it was 10 criminal charges, and we know he still has a civil suits, still 22 women in civil suits, but 10 of them were criminal suits. And people talk about Deshaun Watson going to jail, and I told y'all from the get-go, I told y'all from the jump that there was nothing for them to. I'm not surprised at all. I'm glad that this legal monkey is off his back. I knew wasn't nothing gonna be brought against him, because they had no real evidence. It was all circumstantial. It was all basically he say, she say. They had no physical proof, no video proof, none of that. Now, like I said from the beginning as well, at the very least, no matter how you feel about Deshaun Watson, at the very least, we all can agree that he's incredibly guilty of being stupid for putting himself in this position. You worth $160 million. You should have things in place. If you out there getting these massages, that's your business. I don't care. But you need to have some type of surveillance, some type of cameras. You need to have witnesses. You need to have somebody there around so just in case anybody want to say they did something or seen something or did something or whatever, you got witnesses as far as recording. You got your video footage. That would be the best thing. Or at the very least, you have physical witnesses, people that able to be like, nah, Deshaun ain't do that. No, I was there. This, that, and the third. So at the very least, you're done for putting yourself in that situation. That's what he's guilty of. At the very least, he's guilty of that, of putting himself in that type of situation. Now, after the whole Russell Wilson trade goes down and the Carson Wentz trade goes down, that price then went up now. That price went up. And now, you have to think to yourself, what can the Houston Texans get for Deshaun Watson? The Carolina Panthers are out there. They got the 6th pick in the draft. Also got some other picks, some other assets. The Philadelphia Eagles, they're out there. They have draft capital. They have 3 first-round picks. Seattle just got a haul for Russell Wilson, players and picks, things of that nature. What could the Texans decide and actually get for Deshaun Watson if they choose to move on from Deshaun Watson? My personal opinion, what I feel like they should do, they should rectify the situation. That's the first thing you should do. No, that's the first thing you should do. I know people out there talk about, let it go, Spitz, he's gone. Let him move on. Why? If all these people out here are willing to give up the farm to get this guy, if you have an asset that everybody that wants to get, half the NFL wants him, and they want to give up the farm to go get him, shouldn't you sit back and think, do I really want to give up this asset? Do I really want to give up this asset? I put a post on Instagram during the end of the season. I said the AFC is filled with Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. That's before they got Russell Wilson. Now you can throw Russell Wilson to the mix. To Houston Texans. Do you really want to give up your franchise quarterback? Do you really? I just named all that. Outside Russell, all these guys are the same age or younger than Deshaun Watson, which means there are going to be problems in the NFL for the foreseeable future. There are going to be problems for the next 7, 8, 9, 10 years potentially. Russell, at the very least, is going to be a problem for the next 5 years because he's 30, 33. So he's going to, at the very least, be a problem for the next 5 years. Potentially, he could be a problem for the next 7 years because outside this past year, he's never really had any type of injury concerns. And that was just on this, like, on a finger. It was nothing else. And he has a good football team. Do you really want to put yourself in this situation where you want to be the team that trades with Deshaun Watson? Do you really want to put I know he might request a trade, whatever. My thing is this. You do whatever it is in your power to fix it. Because a year ago, we were saying the same thing about Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers got on TV basically talking about how he's ready to leave. How he was mad at the organization, this, that, and the third. He got on TV and voiced it. Now, that's the difference between him and Deshaun. Deshaun has not said anything publicly about him wanting to leave. It's all speculation, but we kind of think where the smoke is fire. At the very least, there's something. He's just happy somewhere. But the Packers, who Aaron Rodgers actually had a legitimate gripe to do this. They since Aaron Rodgers has been a quarterback in the NFL, since he's been drafted I think in 2004, the Packers have spent 0 first-round picks on an offensive player up until 2020, and what they do, they drafted the quarterback. They drafted his replacement. Not only did they draft the quarterback, they jumped up in the draft to draft the quarterback. They jumped up in the first round to draft a quarterback. They jumped up in the first round to draft his replacement. And before that, up until then, they've never spent the first-round pick on an offensive player. He has a legitimate gripe. And what does he do? He backed those to give you back-to-back MVPs. And what do? They award him with a $20 million contract. Money talk, bull walk. I've been saying it since the contract ended. Money talk, bull walk. You find a way to record like, hey, if I give you a little bit more money on your back end here, we'll give you a bump in salary here. We'll do this. We'll put that you actually have in your contract. We'll put that you actually have roster control or roster decisions or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that you think that you should got, that you feel like you was lied to, whatever it is. Because it's like it's a big enigma when it comes with Deshaun Watson because nobody knows. The initial report when they hired Nick Casario is that he tweets out things never change, and that he felt like the initial report that he felt that the Texans didn't care about social issues and they didn't value race and all these type of things, this, that, and third. Well, in essence, they hired Lovie Smith, who the last time I checked was a black head coach. They also hired Pep Hamilton. Last time I checked was a black offensive coordinator. So you have a black head coach and a black offensive coordinator and a team that has 18 coaches. 12 of them are minorities. You have 12 black coaches on this team. So if that's the issue, you had that house. You might not have a black general manager, but you have a black head coach, black offensive coordinator, and the majority of the coaching staff is black. So if that's how you felt, is it in essence some of that rectified? Now, some people might say it's because of the whole Bill O'Brien gutting the team and this, that, and the third, Trayne Hopkins and this and the whatever, Clowney, things like that. Well, Deshaun signed this contract after all that happened. He already signed this contract. He signed this contract after all those moves were made. And I know some people want to sit up there and say, oh, he did that so he can get the no trade clause so he can dictate where he wants to go. Well, if he would have just not signed the contract, became a free agent, he would have got franchise tag, obviously. In essence, when you're being franchise tagged, you actually have a no trade clause. Remember, we franchise tagged Clowney. Tried to trade Clowney to Miami. He said no. He wasn't going to Miami. We couldn't trade him to Miami because he wasn't going to sign the franchise tag. So what did they do? What about Seattle? Okay, yeah, I'll go to Seattle. He signs off on Seattle, signs the franchise tag. He gets traded to Seattle. He signs off on that. So, in essence, when you get franchise tag, it's not written in the contract that you have a no trade clause, but you basically have a no trade clause because you basically can dictate where you want to go, like Clowney did. So therefore, that excuse makes no sense. Deshaun is the biggest enigma when it comes to his reason. Wants to be out of Houston. Does he want to be in Houston? Why he wants to be out of Houston? Well, we don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody can actually say for certainty they know this way or another. Just like nobody can say for certainty if Deshaun Watson wants to leave or if Deshaun Watson is going to leave. People out there, he's giving up, bro. He's not playing here no more. You know that? You know that for a fact. Have you talked to Deshaun Watson? Have you talked to Nick Casario? Have you talked to Jack Easterby? Have you talked to Kyle or Hannah McNair? No, you have not. And if you have, please feel free. Let me know. Comment below. Hit me up. I would love to have you on. If you have actual real knowledge, hit me up. We hit me up and you can let me know the exact knowledge that you have. I'm not saying that he's not going to get traded because there's a strong possibility that he is. I don't think he should be. And now, definitely, that price is definitely when you see what Russell Wilson went for. He went for 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, Noah Fant, and Shelby Harris as a 33-year-old quarterback. Now, granted, he has won a Super Bowl, but he's a 33-year-old quarterback. Deshaun Watson is what, 26, 27? 20, no, actually, I think it's 26. 26. Deshaun Watson, 26 years old. In my personal opinion, if they were the same age, Deshaun's a better quarterback than Russell Wilson. In my opinion, Deshaun Watson is the second best quarterback in the league behind Patrick Mahomes. So there's no price too high for a franchise quarterback. Simply, ain't nobody gonna give that up. Ain't nobody gonna give it up. Again, I've been telling y'all this since last year. If you walk inside the Louis store and you want the Louis bag and you pick it up, you don't go up to the counter and be like, you know what? I really want this Louis bag, but I can't pay for it. I think giving up $25,000. I mean $2,500 is a little bit too much for the Louis. I give you 15. No. If you want the Louis bag, you're gonna have to pay for the Louis bag, bro. If you want the bag, you gotta pay for it. If that's what you want, you gotta pay for it. So you can't sit there and be like, oh, I want this price. No, if that's what you want, that's what you gotta pay for. So if the price is, especially now that these charges are clear, now I know he still got the civil suits, the 22, he still got the civil suits, but those are civil. Those are not criminal. So there's no jail time served with that. Only thing he can do is lose money in that situation. And I think those situations are going to get handled very quickly and swiftly, especially since the criminal is now off the table as at this moment. So in my personal opinion, if you want Deshaun Watson, you're going to have to pay a hefty, hefty price. It's going to have to be a hefty, hefty price. Now, will it end up being a hefty price? Because at the end of the day, these are the Texans. We won't be surprised if the Texans Texan and you get Hopkins to Arizona type deal. We wouldn't be surprised. I would sit up here and be lying to y'all if I say I'll be surprised. I'll be shocked if Deshaun Watson went for a way less than market value. Sidebar: there is no market value for a franchise quarterback. I don't care what none of y'all say. And I know y'all probably going in the comments, probably talking about Davis Mills this and Davis Mills that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not even going to let you do that. Stop that. Stop that. And if somebody's saying in the comments, please, 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 comment on them and say, stop that, bro. Just simply, I don't want y'all to get into no arguments, no that. Just simply say, stop it. Somebody talk about this Mills Mania, Mills Mafia, just please say, stop it. Because it's asinine. Because like I told y'all weeks ago, you knew the moment Deshaun stepped in the field, when we watched Deshaun go up against Cincinnati, and damn sure we watched him go up in New England, in Foxborough, you knew that was the guy. Kansas City knew that was the guy when Patrick Mahomes played. The Chargers knew that was the guy when Justin Herbert played. The Bengals knew that was the guy when Joe Burrow played. Teams know when it's that guy, when it's that dude, when it's that guy, they know. The moment he steps on the field and plays that game, that's it. I see it. That's a franchise guy. If y'all sit up here at any given moment say, when y'all seen Davis Mills step up there and only produce, I think, 6 points against the Panthers, and then followed it up throwing 4 picks with no touchdowns, no points against the Buffalo Bills, y'all sit up and say, that was the guy. And don't give me that bull about, man, it was a top defense. Buffalo, a top defense. Because last time I checked Deshaun Watson's rookie year, he walked aside Seattle with the fully loaded Legion of Boom. It was the Legion of Boom. There was no injuries then. It was nobody traded. It was the fully loaded Legion of Boom. And he threw 4 touchdowns. Actually, take that back. I think he threw 5 in that game. I know he threw 2 to Fuller. I know Hopper had 1. He threw 1 to Lamar Miller. I think he might have ran for a touchdown as well. So he threw 4 or 5 touchdowns, something like that. The boy went off. Now, the Texans ended up losing the game because the defense allowed, I think Jimmy Graham scored the game-winning touchdown. So the defense failed Deshaun Watson. That's the reason why for people say Deshaun Watson never took the Texans to an AFC Championship game, never took to a Super Bowl, because how many times have we sit up here Sunday after Sunday after Sunday after Sunday and watch Deshaun put in an amazing performance, but the defense let him down. Aaron Colvin against the Saints. Like I say, the defense against Seattle. Brandon Cooks, who's now a Houston Texans, scores a game-winning touchdown as a Patriot. Clowney giving up a roughing the passer to Nick Foles, and the Eagles kicking the game-winning field goal. Now, come on now, be real. Let's be real. Let's stop all this fake stuff. Come on now, let's be real. We know what this boy can do. Because, like I said, all y'all out there want to get rid of Deshaun, talking about Davis Mills this, and Deshaun and Davis Mills played better than Davis Mills, and he can throw the ball better, which is asinine. He is better in the pocket. That's asinine. He has a quicker release. He doesn't hang on to the ball so long. Like I said before, the reason why he does that is because he doesn't make plays. Deshaun Watson makes plays. He looks down the field to make plays. That's the reason why he holds on to the ball as long as he does, because he's always trying to make plays. He's a playmaker. That's what he does. That's what makes him special. That's what he does. That's what good quarterbacks do. That's what the elite upper echelon quarterbacks do. That's what you want out of your quarterback. So stop that. So we're not going to sit up here and say that, because anybody who says otherwise, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself. You can't sit up here with a straight face and tell me that Davis Mills is better than Deshaun Watson. So stop. And anybody else that believes that, stop it. You don't watch football. You must never watch football. There's no way that you can sit up and say that, because all y'all is doing it. Y'all the same ones 2 years ago with, man, D. Watt in the Bentley truck. Oh yeah, I see you, baby. Big body represent. Yeah, that was y'all. That was y'all. But now things have changed, apparently, in your opinion. You know, it's fluent. Everything is fluent. It's a fluent situation. I understand that. But one thing that doesn't change is that Deshaun's a franchise quarterback, and he needs to play in Houston. The Houston fans deserve Deshaun Watson to play football up there on Kirby and NRG. That's what we deserve. That's what we... Because you know what? I went to the game. I went to the season opener. You know what I seen? I seen some Arian Fosters here and there. I seen an Andre. I had on Andre. Andre's my favorite player of all time. I've told y'all this numerous times. Seen some Andre. Even seen the Brock Osweiler. I was surprised. Seen the Brock Osweiler. Seen a couple of JJs. But you know what mostly I seen? Was this. This is what I seen. I mostly seen number 4s. Men, women, kids of all ages. Teenagers, little kids. White, black, Mexican, whatever. Asian, whatever. All different graphics. Had on either Deshaun Watson jerseys or the Deshaun Watson t-shirts. The city still, the real fans know. The city really was still by Deshaun Watson. Deshaun go out there and play football. Y'all know Deshaun Watson's the best option. So quit playing with yourself. Quit playing. Quit playing. You know Deshaun's the best option. Like I said, the price has went up. The price has absolutely went up. It has. So if they do the trade on for Deshaun Watson, which more likely will happen, I'm not sitting up and saying it's not going to happen. I don't want it to happen. I'm now you're going to sit up and lie to you. I think Deshaun Watson is the best option. So, do I want Deshaun Watson to stay? Absolutely. But am I understanding that Deshaun Watson more likely won't stay? That they will eventually trade on Deshaun Watson? Because like I said before, I think that Cal and Jack don't want Deshaun Watson here. I think that possibly Lovey and Nick feel differently. I think they would prefer Deshaun to stay here because Nick's seen with a franchise quarterback. He was in New England for 20 years. He knows what a franchise quarterback can and cannot do. He knows what a franchise quarterback means to a franchise. He knows that. Lovey, the same thing. He's been to a Super Bowl with not Brock Osweiler, with Rex Grossman. Went to an NFC Championship game with Jay Cutler. He knows how viable a franchise quarterback is, and he knows exactly what it's like to be without one, even though he can build a defense and still take a team to an NFC Championship game and then take another team to a Super Bowl without an actual legitimate franchise quarterback. The best one was Jay Cutler. So he knows that personally, like, damn, I actually probably need one of those type of dudes. If I have a Deshaun Watson. Like I told y'all, during training camp, every day, who was walking up, going up, grabbing Deshaun Watson, putting their arm around Deshaun Watson, and walking and talking to him every single day. It's your new head coach, Lovie Smith. That has to mean something, don't it? Don't it? It has to. It has to. Will the Texans rectify the situation? More than likely, possibly not. I'm not going to sit up in front. More than likely, they won't. Should they? Absolutely. Absolutely. We will see what's going to happen. Like, subscribe if you haven't, comment below if you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. Holla.